Does the thought of parliamentary procedure make you feel like running for the woods? Well, watch this video and learn about some meeting maps that can help you find your way out and make your meetings better. Hey there, I've got my coffee here. I hope you have yours. And if you're watching this video today, you've probably been in one of those meetings that just seems to go on forever, doesn't reach a conclusion. You've probably left feeling exhausted and maybe even a little bit confused as to what the heck just happened. Maybe your meeting, people kept going back to the same point over and over again. Maybe you just weren't able to reach a conclusion, or the decision you made was unclear and left folks confused. When that happens, it can feel sometimes like you're wandering around in the woods, lost. And just like in the woods, where you want to have a good map in order to help find your way around, you want to have a good map for your meetings as well. You want something that can help you navigate your meetings and help navigate the discussions to a decision. And that's what we're here to talk about today. The parliamentary authorities, the rule books, but really, your meeting map. The parliamentary authorities. What on earth is a parliamentary authority? Well, when it comes to meetings, these are essentially the rule books. There's more of these around than you might think. Let's start with one of the grandparents, Erskine May. While it may not be the first parliamentary authority, it's still one of the earliest, and one that is regularly updated and used by the Parliament in the United Kingdom. It's very specific to the procedures of that Parliament, but it's also used as a reference by parliaments and legislatures across the globe. And in this family, you'll find the authorities that are of regular reference in London and also here in Canada, not only in Ottawa, but provincial legislatures as well. These authorities include May, Campion, Bosc and Gagnon, which is found online, Beauchene's Parliamentary Rules and Forms, Dawson, and Bourneau's Parliamentary Procedure and Practice. Then we have probably the most famous rule book of them all, Robert's Rules of Order Newly Revised, with its companion brief guide. This text was originally adapted from the Rules of Procedure for the U.S. Congress as developed by Thomas Jefferson, and then boiled down to its essence to be used by community and faith organizations. Over the years, it has grown into the 714-page reference, which is the most recent edition. Robert's Rules may be the most famous and widely used by organizations and societies out there, but it's not the only one in this family of texts. Others include Bourneau's Rules of Order, the American Institute of Parliamentarians' Standard Code of Parliamentary Procedure, Demeter's Manual of Parliamentary Law and Procedure, Cannon's Concise Guide to Rules of Order, and there are others out there with even more specific and technical audiences. Okay. At this point, I can almost hear you yelling at the screen. This is great and all, but just tell me which one is the best one. And I hear you, but it's not that simple. Each of these texts has its pros and its cons. Robert's Rules of Order is a very big text. It goes into a lot of detail on a great number of subjects, while Bourneau is a little bit thinner, but in some instances can be a little bit more flexible. The standard code is a very approachable text to use for a lot of organizations. But then on the flip side, Robert's Rules, because it's so big, can be a little daunting for folks, especially for beginners. and Borno does leave a lot of unanswered questions. So my best advice to you is to think about the needs of your organization first. Then look and see what each of these texts has to offer and pick the one that will best fit your needs. I'm almost done my coffee, so we're going to start making our way out of here. I do hope that you found this video helpful, useful, interesting. Those of you who are using parliamentary texts or rule books that we didn't touch on here, why don't you drop a note in the comment and tell us a little bit about them, what you like, what you find challenging. If you want to drop a note about what you consider the pros and cons to be with the text that we did talk about, please do that. And as always, leave any questions in the comments as well. I'm going to grab my trusty map and I'm going to make my way out of the woods. Thank you.